Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into a corporate story that reads almost like a script, the demolition of Titan Core.
Yeah, the sources we've gathered frame it less like a standard business case study and more like, well, a classic tragedy.
Exactly, a self-inflicted wound. So our mission today is to kind of peel back the layers and find that fatal flaw, the one hiding behind all the initial success.
And when you synthesize the analysis, that flaw is pretty stark. Hubris. The term used is perceived invincibility.
Perceived invincibility?
It wasn't an outside force. It grew from the inside right out of their massive early victories. They got so big so fast, they sort of forgot what it felt like to struggle. And that's where the problems really started.
Okay, right. So let's trace that. You have to go back to the beginning, the garage days almost. Ilara, employee number 12, she talks about it vividly. Cement floors, late nights, fueled by pizza. That raw, almost desperate innovation and agility. That was the rocket fuel. That kicked off their whole growth engine.
But here's the fascinating and kind of sad part. That rocket fuel hardened pretty quickly into, well, concrete. Success brought them the fancy campus, sure, the glass cathedral.
Right.
But it also brought this paralyzing bureaucracy. Laura mentions a simple feature update. It used to be one developer, maybe a day.
Yeah.
Suddenly, it's a 6-week process, VP sign-offs, 10 different committees weighing in. That's organizational complexity hitting hard.
And that directly leads to slower decision-making.
Absolutely.
Right.
And when decisions crawl, what happens to your best people?
They leave. The talent drain. The sources are clear. The really creative folks, the engineers who built the place, they got frustrated. Their work was getting ground down, synergy reviewed into nothing. They lost that feeling of autonomy.
Exactly. The very reason they probably joined Titan in the first place just evaporated. The systems meant to manage the scale ended up just choking the innovation.
Which brings us to that key moment, that crystallizing moment of hubris. Ilara warns leadership. There's this tiny competitor, a real David versus their Goliath, selling a simple toy product.
Right. Seems insignificant.
And the VP, a guy who'd only seen the stock go up, he actually laughed. Called the competitor an asterisk. Just dismissed it.
That laugh, that's perceived invincibility perfectly captured, isn't it? That casual dismissal of competitors basically guaranteed they'd miss the boat.
A complete missed market shift.
Yeah. They were laughing at the toy while it was busy solving a real problem for users, a problem Titan was completely ignoring.
And by the time they looked up...
Too late. The toy was setting the new standard. Internally, Titan's own innovation engine had seized up their supposed market dominance. Gone. Just like that.
Okay, so panic mode. Management rolls out the big fix. We'll acquire startups.
The classic move. Buy innovation.
And they go big. $2 billion for this brilliant, agile team. The idea was to inject new DNA, but it didn't work. How does $2 billion not fix it?
Well, that's the crucial question, isn't it? Can you really buy agility if your own internal structure is, toxic to it? The sources, they're pretty brutal on this.
So it wasn't just normal integration challenges.
Not at all. The analysts actually called it an autoimmune response. Think about that. The main Titan body literally identified the new agile team as a foreign threat.
Wow.
And attacked it. Rejected the new DNA.
Yeah.
It shows how deep the sickness went.
So the result?
Predictable, sadly. The acquired founders, gone in 18 months, their innovative product sunsetted. That $2 billion just confirmed the core problem. It was the failed fix spiral in action.
A very expensive confirmation.
So you see the tragic loop plain as day. Success breeds the hubris, the perceived invincibility.
Right.
That hubris creates complexity, which drives out talent, blinds them to competitors.
And then makes them reject the very cure they try to buy. Ilara's final point really hits home, the beautiful campus becoming a beautiful hollow tomb.
It's a powerful image.
So turning this outward, what should you, the listener, take away from Titan's fall?
I think the question to ask is this. Looking at Titan's story, where's that tipping point for your own work, your own company? When does rapid growth stop fueling innovation and agility and start breeding that potentially fatal organizational complexity? Knowing where that line might be, well, that's something we're thinking about.